All right, today we're going to break down a football offense that's so simple, it's almost like a cheat code. Seriously, it's a system that's designed to take teams that might be a little undersized, a little outmatched, and turn them into absolute powerhouses. So, let's dive right in.
I mean, it's the classic problem for any coach, right? You've got a team that's all heart, but maybe you don't have the biggest or the fastest kids on the field. You've got this thick playbook full of fancy schemes, but you look out there and your players, well, they're thinking way too much and not playing fast. So what do?
Well, you run right at them. Yeah, I know it sounds completely backwards, right? But the answer isn't to get more complicated. Nope, it's to get brutally, powerfully simple. Okay, but before we get to the solution, let's really unpack the problem here. The big challenge that, let's be honest, pretty much every youth coach has to deal with.
See, at the youth level, complexity is it's the enemy. You give a kid too many options, too many things to think about, and what happens? Hesitation. And in football, hesitation gets you absolutely beat. The real key to winning isn't about having that one superstar who can do it all. It's about getting all 11 players on the field to do one simple thing perfectly all together.
So the big question is, how do you get that? How do you get that kind of perfect, simple execution? Well, the answer is kind of old school, but it's been totally re-engineered for the modern game.
This right here is the double wing offense. And I want you to really notice that word philosophy, because this isn't just a formation you line up in. Oh no, it is a complete system built around three things: power, misdirection, and simplicity.
And the foundation of this whole thing, the engine that makes it all run, is just a devastatingly simple set of three core plays.
Yeah, you heard me. 3. That's it. This entire powerhouse offense, with all its different looks and variations, is built on just 3 plays. 3 plays that every single kid on that team masters until they could do it in their sleep. It's amazing.
All right, so play number 1 is the wedge. And this is just pure, beautiful, coordinated power. The offensive line doesn't even worry about blocking one specific guy. Instead, they all step toward the center, lock up shoulder to shoulder, and they become one single unit, a literal human battering ram.
And you can see that unity perfectly right here. The linemen all crash towards the middle and just push. The running back just gets in behind them and follows the pile. And that quote, "It is demoralizing," man, that is so true. Think about it. When a defense knows exactly what play is coming and they still can't stop it, that's not just tiring, it breaks their spirit. That's a huge win before the next play even starts.
Okay, so you've just been pounding them right up the gut with the wedge. They're starting to pack everyone inside to stop it. And that's when you hit them with play number 2, the superpower. This is your main punch to the outside, your big power play to the edge. Now, all of a sudden, they have to defend the whole field.
And here's how it works. It's so simple and effective. The lineman on the side of the play just block down, sealing off anyone inside. Then you get a guard from the other side who pulls around and leads the way for the running back. What you end up with is just a massive numbers advantage right where you're trying to run. It's beautiful.
Okay, so now the defense is totally confused. They've been hit with the wedge up the middle, they've been hit with the superpower on the outside. They're starting to guess. They see motion going one way and the whole defense starts to flow with it, and bam, that's when you hit them with the knockout blow. Play number 3, the counter.
And you can see the genius of it right here. You send one back in motion, say to the right, all the defender's eyes follow him. But the ball is going to a different back, heading the complete opposite direction, right into the huge open space the defense just left behind. It is the perfect way to punish a defense for getting too aggressive. But listen, the real genius of this whole system isn't just those 3 plays. It's in the little mind games you play with the defense before the ball is even snapped.
Okay, check this out, because this is brilliant. On the left, you've got your standard balanced formation. Everything's symmetrical. The defense lines up balanced too. Simple enough. But now look at the right. All you do is move one guy over. That's it. And suddenly you have an unbalanced line. You've created an instant numbers advantage on one side, you've created weak spots or bubbles in the defense, and you're forcing them to scramble and adjust right before the snap. They panic.
And this quote right here, this says it all. We change our formations before we change our blocking. Think about that. Instead of making your linemen learn a dozen different complicated blocking assignments, you just move them around a little bit before the play. You create the advantage with a simple shift, and then your players just run the same simple blocking rules they already know by heart. It's genius. And the play calling itself? Just as simple. You don't have these confusing long strings of numbers. Nope, it's a simple three-word system. First, you call the formation. Let's say tight. Second, you call the motion. And third, you call the play itself, like superpower. Tight, right, superpower. It's so clear it paints a picture in the kids' heads, and it lets them play fast. No thinking, just doing.
So, okay, let's put it all together. You've got the three core plays, you've got the deception before the snap, and you've got the super simple play calling. What you end up with is a system that is it's brutally effective.
And here's the real payoff. I mean, it goes way beyond just scoring touchdowns. This offense forges this incredible bond, this unity with the offensive line. It lets you control the football and just bleed the clock dry. You physically wear the other team down. You create total confusion for their defense. And, maybe most important of all, it's actually simple enough to teach and get kids to execute perfectly.
This quote really sums up the whole philosophy, doesn't it? I want to push the ball down the field while running the clock out and wearing the defense out. It's kind of like a heavyweight boxer, you know? You're not always trying to land that one big knockout punch. Instead, you're just landing these methodical, powerful body blows over and over again. You're just breaking their will 1 4-yard gain at a time.
And all of this kind of leads to one last big question. You know, we see football at every level getting more and more complex, all these spread offenses and crazy passing concepts, and it just makes you wonder, is the biggest advantage of all hiding right there in plain sight? Maybe the real secret to winning isn't found in adding more complexity, but in the perfect execution of something brutally and beautifully simple.